sense to any home environment. What's worse, taking her to your house or leaving her at home alone all day? I went out of my way to put her into the hands of a trusted family member. I'd say I acted more than responsibly. It's not like I just abandoned her in the middle of the woods. Seriously, I'm over here doing my best to take care of my daughter, and you're criticizing me for that? Sheesh. Is that really how you see what happened today? Oh, and one more thing, how did you know where my house was? I only moved in here a few months ago after my company transferred me to this area. That's a funny story, actually. So I just happened to see you going into your house a while back. It was a total coincidence. Small world, huh? I take it that you two live in this area too, then? I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. I don't want you to go blabbing to your brother about where we are. It would cause me a world of trouble. Yeah? How so? I have my reasons. If Mina hasn't eaten lunch yet, she likes hot dogs. You can go out and buy some if you don't have any on hand. Lily, it's past the time you said you would come and pick up Mina. When are you going to come and get her? Oh man, is it really that time already? Yes, it is. Don't tell me you forgot. No, it's not like that at all. Hey, I hate to ask you to do this, but would you mind taking care of her for just a bit longer? Like, say, about 3 days or so? What? You said that you were going to come and pick her up this evening. Sorry, but my hands are full at the moment. I can't go anywhere just yet. That's your problem, not mine. This is all way too sudden. I have to work tomorrow too, you know. Please, Mindy, you gotta help me out. I don't have anyone else I can turn to. My parents told me they never want to see my face again. Okay, but what about me? I don't have anyone around here who can look after Mina for me while I'm at work either. Don't you have any paid time off? Seems like a pretty simple solution to me. I've already used Mina getting a cold as an excuse way too many times. My company won't believe me. Plus, I used up all my paid leave. Unbelievable. Fine. But you need to tell me the name and address of your company. Why? For emergencies, I need to be able to contact you. Nah, don't worry about a thing. I'll pick her up this time, I promise. Plus, if I tell you where I work, you might tell your brother, which I need to avoid at all costs. I can't have my ex knowing where I live or work. You don't think of anyone but yourself, do you? It's a defense mechanism. I have to be selfish, otherwise I'd never be able to make it as a single mother. So we're good, right? Hey, Mina's been looking and feeling pretty unwell for a while now. I was hoping to take her over to the hospital to have them check on her. She gets that way all the time. It's nothing to be concerned about. Just put her to bed. She'll feel better in the morning. I can't do that. I'm really concerned about her, so I'm gonna take her to the doctor. Be my guest if you're that inclined, but the doctor's bill is coming out of your pocket. Got it? I got it. Does she have any allergies or pre-existing conditions I should know about? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not, huh? Need anything else? Can I go now? Tell Mina Mommy told her to be a good girl for Aunt Mindy. Sorry I haven't been able to answer my phone, Mindy. Did you need something? I have been trying to get a hold of you forever. Didn't you even read any of my messages? I took Mina to the hospital last night. Yeah, I wasn't feeling so hot last night either. I fell asleep right after I put down my phone. That's why I didn't see your texts. I see. How's Mina doing? You said they kept her overnight? That's right. When I took her to the hospital last night, they said they wanted to keep her overnight for observation. They said it would be unsafe to let her leave without doing a few more tests. Wow, they're really making a big deal out of nothing. Seriously, she's just tired from the heat, that's all. I'll pick her up in a few days after she's gotten better. I'll be sure to get plenty of rest in the meantime. You're too late. Huh? You don't need to come pick her up ever. You're never going to see Mina again. What are you talking about? What's going on? What happened to Mina? Are you really going to pretend like you don't know? Think about the current situation. You left Mina on my doorstep without letting me know in advance or even checking if I was home. After that, you then told me that you need me to watch her for another 3 days. And even though Mina is sick and in the hospital, you haven't even come down to see her. What is the matter with you? I told you, I'm busy with work. Are you really working right now, Lily? From what my brother tells me, you're hopping from one seedy nightclub to the next. Hey, how does he know about that? I told you that he was desperate to see Mina, didn't I? Well, apparently he's been digging into you. But every time he managed to track you down, you had already quit your job and moved. Eventually, he reached the end of your trail of breadcrumbs and couldn't find you again. Don't you dare belittle me for how I choose to make money. It's work, okay? Real work, and I work very hard. What's wrong with working hard to support my daughter? So what if I move around a lot? As long as Mina's doing fine, I don't see any problem with my work situation. Oh, trust me, I am well aware that you do a lot of moving in your occupation. Horizontally, that is. But the biggest problem here isn't actually your job, it's you. Oh yeah, and just what's the problem with me, huh? The problem is that regardless of what you consider to be work, you're hardly doing it at all. You're just living off my brother's child support payments to you. Mina says that you aren't sending her to any daycare program and that you just leave her at home while you're at work. And there are some days when you don't even come home at all. Are you really sure that Mina's doing as fine as you claim she is? Oh, come on, are you really gonna believe what a 3-year-old tells you? If she told you that she was a magical fairy princess or something, would you believe that? The doctors at the hospital also told me that Mina was slightly malnourished. And they also said that she is well below the average height and weight for her age. Her being malnourished was what made her get so much worse when you abandoned her in the blistering heat for hours on end yesterday. She's a picky eater. I can never get her to eat anything I make. She's just a naturally sick girl. Mina was scarfing down plate after plate when they brought her meals at the hospital, with a huge smile on her face the whole time. She said that she loved everything. She's probably shy from being surrounded by a bunch of people she doesn't know. You might technically be her aunt, but she's never even really met you until yesterday. I bet she's just too scared to say how she really feels. No, I doubt that's the case. After all, my brother's here with her. What? What's he doing there? I thought you said he was out of the country. He was, but did you forget we're only a few hours away from the border? When I told him about what was going on with Mina yesterday, he just hopped right in his car and drove back here. It didn't take long. But does Mina even remember him? She hasn't even seen him in 3 years. Oh yes, she knows exactly who her father is. She's been clinging to him constantly since he got here last night. So no, she's not lying to us because she's nervous or afraid. Well, what's your brother saying to you? He hasn't said anything to me at all. He's got quite a lot to do at the moment. He's really busy. Plus, it's not like him trying to contact you would have accomplished anything. I was trying to get a hold of you all day yesterday, and you didn't even pick up the phone a single time. I'm coming over there right now. I'm taking Mina home with me. Weren't you saying you weren't feeling well? I think you'd better rest up and recover before you head over here, don't you? Yeah, well, I'm suddenly feeling a lot better now. I can't let your lousy brother take Mina from me. And I'm the one with full custody, so what I say goes. And I say Mina's coming home with me. And I say that your brother is not allowed to see Mina. Do I make myself clear? All of this is happening because you left Mina with me. Or more specifically, you left her on my doorstep. I took her to the hospital as any decent person would, and her father rushed down to the hospital as any decent father would. I think the issue is you just don't understand how decent people think. You think my brother is just like you, which is why you think he's going to try and take her from you. That's not it. I'm afraid he's going to tell her a bunch of lies about me to try and turn her against me. If you had actually treated her like a decent mother would treat her child, then I'm sure that Mina would have been more than happy to go back to living with you. Oh, shut up, would you? Tell me what hospital you're at. Tell me right now. I told you the name of the hospital yesterday. We're at Central Hospital, the one right downtown across from the park. Got it. I'm on my way. I think you should know before you get down here that even if you are allowed into the room to see her, Mina is not going home with you. Fine, I'll take her home once the hospital releases her. No, I believe my brother is the one who's going to take her home. I'm the one with full custody, Mindy. I get it. You want to stick up for your brother, but this is the law I'm talking about. When we got divorced, the judge decided that she would be better off living full-time with her mother. I suppose you'll have to raise that with the Child Protective Services representative currently talking to Mina. What? Child Protective Services? Why are they getting involved? The doctors who looked at Mina thought that there were certain issues with your parenting style. They contacted CPS, and the agent who interviewed Mina seems to agree. Haven't you ever heard of mandatory reporting laws? Doctors have a duty to report parents like you. Why? Does this mean I'm not going to be able to live with Mina anymore? How am I supposed to get by without her? Well, that confirms it. You only ever pursued full custody of Mina so that you could live off my brother's child support payments. That's not what I meant. I meant to say that without her by my side, how am I going to muster up the will to live? Or something like that. I think you should have thought about that before you chose to abandon her in sweltering heat on my doorstep for 2 hours. Not only that, you had every chance in the world to come to the hospital once you heard what happened to her. Or at the very least, you could have actually messaged me back rather than leaving me on red. Mindy, listen. You have no idea how hard it is to raise a daughter all by yourself as a single mother. Between work and childcare, well, something's gotta give. I gotta make compromises somewhere. I'm sure that being a single mother is quite difficult. No doubt you've struggled quite a bit over the last few years. However, my brother has been paying you far more than enough to get by with child support. It was not enough, not at all. That's why Mina got malnourished. It was all his fault. He's been sending you $2,000 a month. If that's somehow not enough to make ends meet, that's your problem, not his. Furthermore, if you were really struggling and wanted to take care of Mina, then you should have talked to my brother about that. I wish I could have done that. I could have avoided all of this. But I was abandoned by both him and my parents. I had nowhere to go, no one to turn to. I had to get by all on my own. Just so we're clear, my brother divorced you and your parents disowned you because you were having an affair. You have no one to blame for any of that but yourself. Please, Mindy, you've got to help me. Tell your brother not to take Mina away from me. Mina is saying that she wants to go live with her father. She says she doesn't want to be alone at her apartment all day anymore. I'm sorry for making her feel lonely. I had no idea she was feeling that way. I've learned my lesson, okay? I'll do better this time around. I'll treat her right. So please, give me back my Mina. You don't have any kids of your own, so I doubt you'd understand this. But being apart from your kids is painful. It's like trying to live without air. Do you actually think Mina would want to go back to live with a woman who leaves her alone at the house for days at a time? Kids are smart, Lily. They understand a lot more than adults think they do. I may not be a mother, so I can't say I know how a mother would feel in your situation, but I was a kid once, so I can say this for certain. I would rather live on the street than be stuck with a selfish, uncaring, deadbeat mom like you. After that, CPS officially determined that Lily was unfit to retain custody of Mina. It seems the reason that she left Mina with me on that fateful day was because she wanted to go see her boyfriend. Her own apartment was something like you would see on one of those hoarder documentary series. So she was spending most of her time at her boyfriend's apartment. She would also just shove Mina outside of the apartment and leave her to run around the area for hours at a time. So her neighbors had been calling CPS on her as well. I bet that's the reason she was moving around so often. Every time she caught wind that CPS was coming to speak to Mina, she would move away. My brother took Lily to court, and full custody of Mina was transferred from Lily to my brother. Additionally, a restraining order was placed on Lily, forbidding her from contacting Mina. I heard that soon after their last court hearing, Lily disappeared again. But my brother is living the dream he's clung to for the last 3 years and enjoying his life with Mina. He moved in with our parents so they can look after her while he's at work. Mina's getting much healthier, too. She was nothing but skin and bones when I first met her, but she's filling out very nicely. She's also smiling a lot more than she did back then. It was actually a total coincidence that I moved to this area. But after everything that's happened, I'm super grateful to my company for sending me here. I'm gonna do everything I can to help my brother make sure Mina gets a life that's just as happy as she deserves. And you know what else? All of this has got me thinking, maybe having a kid of my own wouldn't be so bad.
Hey, Minnie, I just got out of work. Is everything ready to go for the vacation tomorrow?
Hey, Greg. Yep, I have basically everything all ready to go. Although I guess it's not really a vacation, really.
Didn't you say your friend was having a wedding in Hawaii? I think you said the two of you graduated together.
Yeah, that's right. Seriously, though, it feels kind of weird going to a classmate's wedding. I mean, I already have a daughter in high school. Isn't that crazy?
Well, I don't know. We are in our late 30s. Nowadays, I'd guess that this sort of thing isn't too uncommon.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Come to think of it, a lot of the people coming to the wedding aren't married yet either. What even is the average age for the first marriage these days? Mid-30s?
Yeah, it's probably around there. You're gonna do some sightseeing after the wedding, right?
Yep, the plan is to be over there for 3 days. So I'll be home by early next week.
Hey, don't worry about it. Take your time. Relax and enjoy yourself. You've earned it.
Thanks, Greg. I can count on you to take care of the house while I'm gone, right? Oh, and if you could also keep an eye on Holly, that would be great. She's got a lot of studying to do, so could you maybe do a bit more of the housework, just to take the burden off of her?
Sure thing, will do. Oh yeah, am I gonna be able to contact you while you're in Hawaii? Just in case I need to get in touch with you for emergencies and the like.
Yeah, the hotel I'm staying at has Wi-Fi, so you should be fine. Plus, I checked with my carrier, and I get normal service in Hawaii.
Oh, really? I've never been out of the continental 48 states, so I had no idea how that would work.
Yeah, no worries. You'll be able to keep in touch with me.
Technology sure is something, huh? It's crazy to compare today to when we were kids.
Is there anything else you want to ask me right now?
Let me think. Nah, I think I'm all good for now. Go ahead and have fun for all 3 of us, okay?
Thanks, Greg. It's gonna be great. Oh, actually, I just remembered something. While I'm over there, it might take me longer than usual to respond to your texts.
You don't need to worry about that at all. Why'd you say that?
I'll have Wi-Fi in the hotel, so that shouldn't be a problem. But if I go outside, there's no guarantee that I'll have a very good connection. So it might take your messages longer to get to me, and mine will take longer to get back to you. Hopefully it won't be a problem.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm not planning on contacting you for anything much outside of emergencies anyway.
Thanks for being so understanding.
Okay, well, I'm about to head home. You're leaving first thing in the morning, right? You should probably go to bed early.
Yep, I was planning to. Thanks so much for taking care of so much for me while I'll be away. I really appreciate it. Hey, Greg. The wedding just ended. It was wonderful. The bride's dress was gorgeous, and you wouldn't believe the scenery here.
Sounds like you're having fun. I'm glad you're able to go.
Me too. Seriously, Greg, I don't know how to thank you for giving me the okay to come to this wedding.
You're always working so hard taking care of the house and Holly. This is the least I can do to thank you. You're going sightseeing tomorrow, right? Don't worry about a thing. We're doing totally fine over here. You go out and enjoy yourself.
I definitely will. There are a ton of places I want to go while I'm here. A few of my friends are going to come along with me, too. It's going to be great.
Just don't forget to get us a good souvenir, okay? Holly said that she wants something chocolate. And if you forget, she'll never forgive you.
I won't forget. I'm going to go to the store before I go back to the airport to get some souvenirs. Holly wants chocolate then. Got it.
Thanks. Oh, by the way, I heard this from Holly today. Apparently there was a car accident near her school. What's scary is it was on the same road that Holly always walks down on her way to school.
Really? Wow, that's scary. There are a ton of small roads intersecting around there, and the stop signs and all that are really hard to see. I hear there are a lot of accidents there.
Yeah, that's exactly what Holly said. She was not all that surprised that there was an accident.
A while ago, she actually saw one happen in real time. Someone should do something about that area. Like, move the signs around or remake some of the roads. Do something.
Man, remaking those roads would be a pretty big task. Though, I'd take her to school myself if I could. But I work so early in the morning, I can't. It's really concerning.
Well, she's been fine up until now, right? I'm sure she'll be fine. Holly's a high school student. She can take care of herself.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about her doing anything dangerous. But it's the other people on the road that I'm concerned about. I can't control what the drivers do.
Well, we don't really have any choice, do we? Her school is where it is. They can't move it. I know the school tells the students all the time to watch out for cars.
Yeah, but still. What am I doing? You're on vacation. I shouldn't be bothering you with this.
No, don't worry about it, Greg. She's our daughter. It's only natural we'd be concerned about her. I'm concerned about her just the same as you are. After I get back, I'll start driving her to school whenever I can.
I'm sorry to force that on you, but that would make me feel a lot better.
You're not forcing anything on me. I want to do it. Holly's my daughter too, like I said. Okay, well, we're about to eat, so is it okay if I take off here?
Yeah, go ahead. You take care of yourself too, Minnie.
Thanks, Greg. I'm pretty sure I'll be out of the hotel most of the day tomorrow, so I probably won't be able to respond to messages very much. I'll talk to you tomorrow evening, though.
Gotcha. Have fun, Minnie.
Greg, are you there? I just got a call from my mom. Is what she said true?
Oh, now you respond. I was trying to get a hold of you all day yesterday, but you didn't even read my messages. You're pretty late to the party.
I told you yesterday, didn't I? Anyway, this isn't the time for us to be arguing like this. I heard that Holly got taken to the hospital. What happened to her? Is she okay?
Holly's fine. Our relationship is another story altogether.
Holly's fine? Oh, thank goodness. Wait, what? What about our relationship?
Do I need to spell it out for you? We're through. Once you get back from your vacation, I'm divorcing you.
What? How can you say that at a time like this? If this is some kind of a joke, you are sick, Greg.
Oh, believe me, I really wish I were joking. Unfortunately, it's the truth. I'm dead serious.
What are you talking about? Why are you talking like this?
Are you asking me why? Think about it. I'm pretty sure you have a good idea why.
Greg, what have I ever done to get you to divorce me? I'm already terrified about what's going on with Holly. How can you divorce me at a time like this? Is Holly really okay?
Yeah, don't worry about her. She's fine. When she was taken to the hospital, they said she'd need an organ transplant. And since I couldn't do it, your dad stepped up and offered to do it.
An organ transplant? How serious was this accident? What even happened?
It's just like we talked about. That road to her school is super dangerous. A car ran off the road and was driving down the sidewalk.
Oh my God.
But that's not the only surprise. Tell me, why do you suppose I wasn't able to give Holly one of my organs, but your dad was? I told the doctor that he could take anything Holly needed from me, even my heart or lungs, but the doctor said no.
He did? But why?
Because I'm not Holly's real father. They did a test on me to see if my organs would be compatible with Holly, and the results showed that she's not my biological daughter. Holly is 16 years old, and I never had any idea that she wasn't mine. Care to explain?
That's not true.
What's not true? You were cheating on me and got pregnant with Holly. Isn't that true? And you hid it from me all these years. Tell me, exactly what am I saying right now that isn't true? Well, nothing to say for yourself? I thought as much. If I were in your position right now, I don't know what I'd say either. You're scum, Minnie.
Hold on, calm down. It was a mistake. I'm sorry. It was only one time, and then I got pregnant with Holly. How could I tell you about that?
I'm done with you. I don't want to hear any of your excuses.
Greg, come on, please. Please, Greg, hear me out.
Holly's operation is about to start right now, so I'm not in the mood to listen to your pathetic excuses. For now, just get back here as soon as possible. We'll continue this conversation after Holly's operation is finished. Got it?
I would love nothing more than to be able to come home now. But this is all too sudden.
Daughter and father are having serious operations, Minnie. I don't care what you have to do to get back here right now. Just do it.
Hey, Greg, how's Holly? Is she doing any better?
Yeah, the surgery went perfectly, but that was several days ago. She's awake, alert, and looking pretty well, all things considered. If I didn't know any better, I'd say she looks like she was never even in an accident.
Wow, that's great to hear.
By the way, I had a little talk with Holly about you and what's going to happen here on out.
Hey, hold on just a second. Don't you think you're rushing things a bit too much? Think about Holly's condition. You shouldn't upset her like that.
Don't blame me. I wasn't planning to bring it up until she got out of the hospital. Holly was the one who asked me about it. She asked me if maybe I wasn't her real father.
What? She did? Why?
Because her real father came to the hospital to visit her. I guess he came while I was at work one day, and he's the one who told Holly about everything.
Oh no.
You said that it was a mistake. It was only once, right? But if that's true, that brings up a very big question. How did he know not only that Holly was in an accident, but even what hospital she was in and what her room number was?
How am I supposed to know? I'm telling the truth. It was only once. You have to believe me.
Oh yeah? He said that he heard about everything from you. What's more, he said he heard from you while you were on your vacation in Hawaii. So I'm afraid you're going to have to think up a new excuse for that one.
I'm sorry. The truth is, I was cheating on you after Holly was born, too.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I'd be more shocked to hear you admit that, but I guess nothing you two surprises me anymore.
But you have to believe just this one thing. You and Holly are the ones I really love, not him. He was just a fling. Our relationship was only ever physical. I have always been dedicated to our family.
Do you think you could say that with a straight face to Holly? After you've lied to us and betrayed us for all these years? Could you look at your daughter in the eyes and say that?
Well...
Yeah, that's what I thought. You coward. All your excuses and apologies to me have just been a sorry attempt to save face. You can lie to me, you're used to that. But Holly, not a chance.
Hey, don't talk about me like I'm some monster. I love you. I've always loved you. Both you and Holly. You can't treat me like this.
If you really loved me, then why didn't you tell me the truth the moment you got pregnant with Holly?
How could I? I didn't want to hurt you.
It's been 16 years, Minnie. 16! 16 years have gone by since I became Holly's dad. Don't you get it? It hurts way more finding out after all this time than it would have if you were just honest with me from the beginning. I found out my daughter isn't my daughter while she was in the hospital on the operating table.
I'm sorry.
Next, let's talk about Holly. If you really loved Holly, then why didn't you divorce me and let her grow up with her real dad? Don't you think that would have been better for Holly?
Are you kidding? That guy's never held down a steady job. He can barely support himself, much less a wife and daughter.
Oh, I see. So you used me to raise his daughter for him. All the while not even thinking once about how much it would hurt Holly when she found out the truth. You don't love anyone but yourself. You don't love me or Holly. That's the only way you'd be able to do something as cold-blooded and cruel as what you did.
That's not true. I never meant for any of this to happen.
What's going on here? Do you think that everything would be fine if neither of us ever found out? Are you out of your mind? Holly and I aren't just some dolls that you can play house with. I'm not gonna let you use us like this.
So, you're really gonna divorce me?
Of course I am. We're completely disgusted with you, Minnie. We don't want to see you or your boyfriend's faces ever again.
Fine, then I'll take full custody of Holly. You're not her father anyway. I'll take care of her just fine with her real dad.
I'm not letting you or that guy get your filthy hands on Holly. Neither of you have any right to call yourself Holly's parents. I'll take care of her by myself.
But we're her real parents. You can't keep her from us.
Maybe I can't, but Holly can. She says she doesn't want anything to do with you. She says that I'm her only real parent.
What? I don't believe you.
Believe it or not, you're getting your just desserts for what you did to her. You messed up so bad that your daughter, who you've been with for 16 years, doesn't even want to speak to you anymore.
I don't care what she says. I'm her real mom, and I'm taking her to live with her real dad. I won't take no for an answer.
Aren't you forgetting something? She's 16. She can legally choose for herself now. So I'm sorry, but you have no choice but to accept no for an answer. Now get lost and never speak to us again.
But she's our daughter. How can you steal our daughter from us?
I told you, Holly is my daughter. And Holly feels the same way about me. So no, you're not Holly's parents. You can't think of anyone but yourselves, not even your own daughter. You're nothing but a lying, cheating, heartless, soulless scumbag. After that, Minnie and I got officially divorced. With the help of Minnie's parents, I was able to get hard evidence of her affair from her cell phone. I also sued her for infidelity. As for child support, since Holly's already 16 and she's refusing to see Minnie or her boyfriend, I decided not to demand it. I also sued Holly's biological father for his part in the affair. The jury considered the fact that he knowingly slept with a married woman, got her pregnant, and continued the relationship for almost 2 decades, and awarded me a colossal amount in damages. As a result, both Minnie and her boyfriend are in pretty dire financial straits. Neither of them have much in terms of employable skills, so I'm sure they'll be struggling for practically the rest of their lives because of this. Good. Serves them both right. Through all of this, Holly decided to stick with me of her own free will. We're currently living a nice and quiet lifestyle with just the two of us. Honestly, for a little while, we were a bit unsure about how to continue our relationship, now that we know we're not actually biologically related. But in the end, that gives us a bond that goes much, much deeper than just simple genetics. So what we're not blood related? She still knows who her real father is. And I'm more committed than ever to be the best father that I can possibly be, and one that Holly can be truly proud of.
Hey, Izzy, what the heck was going on with today's lunchbox? You didn't give me enough snacks, and it was pretty damn lackluster on the whole. I bet there are starving kids in third world countries who get better lunchboxes than the sorry excuse you gave me.
I'm sorry, Craig. I could barely afford to keep up with the food expenses this month.
And whose job is it to do something about that? Yours, woman. You better make me a good supper, or there'll be hell to pay.
In that case, won't you let me have some more money to cover our living costs? I'm barely scraping by as it is. If you do, I'll be able to make you nicer lunchboxes and suppers.
What? I already gave you $700 a month. How are you struggling to do your job on that?
But my share of the rent is $400. After paying that, I only have $300 left. Not to mention, I still have to cover the utilities. If I'm lucky, I have maybe $100 left for food at the end of everything.
You're gonna make me repeat myself. You're a stay-at-home housewife, Izzy. Making a little go a long way is your goddamn job. Why can't you just do your job without all this goddamn whiny complaining, like all the other good wives of the world?
I'm not kidding, Craig. I'm barely coping here. You were giving me more than enough money for our living costs before, but now you give me less every month.
We're still getting by, ain't we? I don't see the problem.
Barely by a thread. If you had any idea how much I'm struggling to put food on the table for you, you wouldn't be talking like this.
Life is struggle, babe. Quit looking for an easy ride. The bottom line is that we are getting by.
Sure we are, but naturally, I'm gonna have to make sacrifices on food if I don't have any money. You can hardly complain at me that the quality of your lunchboxes is going down. Craig, would it really be the worst thing if I got a part-time job? I feel like it could solve all our problems. Things would be so much easier at home if I had a little extra money coming in every month. I don't even have to do that many hours. Even something like 5 to 10 a week would make a huge difference.
Not happening. Are you forgetting that we live out in the middle of bumfrick nowhere? If you get a part-time job in a place this rural, the entire village will be making fun of us before you know it. Grandma from next door will be poking fun at me, 'cause she thinks my salary's low. My reputation around here will be in the heckin' dumps. If you get a part-time job, no, it ain't happening.
Seriously? No one would poke fun at you for me getting a part-time job, Craig. Everyone knows how tough things are financially these days. No one in the village would care.
Well, I would, Izzy. I'd care.
Listen, I saw they had recruitment posters up at the local supermarket the other day. Would it be okay if I tried applying? I think I'd be in a good shot like you said. We're hardly in a big city, so chances like this don't come around every day. I really think I should take advantage of the opportunity.
Can you read? I said no, it ain't happening, and that's the end of it. You can't seriously think anything good could come from a woman having access to her own money.
What?
You'd only get carried away and blow it all on frivolous crap. Get so wrapped up in going out and having fun that you'd neglect the housework and things would fall apart at home. That's what women are like. I've seen it.
Surely that depends on the person. I'm not like that at all.
I'm not giving you permission to get a part-time job, so you may as well just drop it. I mean it, Izzy. Before I lose my rag. Big time. If you got too much free time on your hands, try making a vegetable patch in the garden or something. That way you could save on food costs too. Man, I am clever sometimes. We're renting a place with a yard, so why not make use of all that space?
But it costs money to start up a vegetable garden.
You have the time. Why not try using your damn head for once? I'm sure you'll make it work if you stop complaining and actually try.
Use my head? That has its limits.
Whatever. Just put up with it and quit your whining. I'm sick of this already. I'll give you some more money when my salary goes up.
It's not like you don't earn enough already, is it? Why do we need to wait? What exactly have you been spending your money on lately?
Having a social life can be expensive.
But you were giving me plenty before. Why can't I help but feel like something strange is going on here?
Sorry, sweet cheeks. My boss is calling. See ya.
Craig, wait! Don't run away from me. We'll be discussing this again when you get home. Craig, I found some receipts while I was cleaning the house today. What was that? What's going on with you?
Huh? Receipts? What do you mean?
Receipts from big shopping sprees and hotel stays.
Oh, those? They're from the business trip I went on recently.
Business trip? But why would the receipts be lying around at home? This doesn't add up. Surely you should have taken them into work so you could claim it all back on company expenses.
Jeez, Izzy. What the heck is with you? I just forgot is all.
But they were all crumpled up between the sofa cushions.
Yeah, they must have fallen out of my pocket. I would have found them eventually.
So what about these shopping receipts? Why would you need to be buying expensive Peeps Lauren bags while out on a company trip? And ladies' accessories? What the hell is going on here?
They were for work, too. Look at the date. It's from when I was on my business trip, right? I hardly ever get to go to the big city, so I figured I should make the most of it. Accessories were a leaving present for one of my coworkers who handed in her resignation last week. That's all. Of course, everyone chipped in to pay.
I see.
God damn it, Izzy, you're so cringe, it's unreal. What kind of nutjob goes out of their way to read crumpled receipts?
Hey, don't call me that. I just wanted to know if I should throw them away. And surely I was right too. You just said yourself you forgot to take them into work.
Yeah, I guess. You don't have to try and investigate everything like some kind of frickin' detective. It's like you think you're in some kind of movie. You wear me out.
Because you're being wasteful with money when I can barely afford to feed us.
Wasteful with money?
You didn't just buy a new bag, you bought a bunch of new clothes too.
Yeah, because I needed them. For work.
Craig, please. We need to start saving properly. This isn't fair when I can barely afford to feed us. If you have the money for luxurious things like that, you could at least send a little more my way to keep the household running.
Like I said, the clothes and bag were for work.
Even still, why did you have to buy the most expensive brands? You could have gotten this stuff for 1/10 of the price if you wanted to. Why spend hundreds of dollars on a bag?
You're a woman, and a stay-at-home housewife. With no life experience, you wouldn't understand. But everyone with a brain knows that real men wear expensive brands. A luxury Peeps Lauren suit is what separates the pros from the amateurs. You can't walk around the office in cheap junk and expect to do a good job, or for people to respect you.
All I'm saying is we shouldn't be buying all those things we can't afford.
Don't worry, babe. We can afford it. Trust me. It all falls well within the scope of my salary.
Wait, so you're saying I'm the only one who has to tighten my belt financially?
Well, duh. You're a stay-at-home housewife. That's your job.
I see. Fine. I understand what you really think of me now.
Make no mistake, you're living on my dime right now. If not for my kindness, you wouldn't have a roof over your head or food on the table in front of you, so you're in no position to complain. You have no right to message me like this when I'm busy at work. Do not bite the hand that feeds you, woman, or it'll be the last thing you do.
What am I supposed to do? You never listen to me when I try talking to you at home.
Fine, I'll hear you out next time, but this conversation is over for now.
Wait, can we discuss your mom for a second before you go?
My mom? What do you mean?
She told me she wants to see you.
Stop this crap, Izzy. I told you I cut her out of my life. Why would you even bug me with this? I was nothing but a walking wallet to her. She leeched off me financially until we got married, and even had me paying off her freaking debts. Me and her are so done.
Won't you at least try talking to her once? She said if you don't talk to her, she's gonna go to my parents' house.
It's fine. Just ignore her.
This is your mother, Craig. This is no empty threat, and the last thing I need is her showing up at my folks' place bugging them. Surely you didn't forget how persistent she is when she sets her mind on something.
Sure, that's why I switched jobs and we moved out here to the middle of nowhere. Whatever you do, just make sure you don't tell her where we live. There's no way she could afford to hire a private investigator, so as long as we don't give anything away, we'll be fine.
Craig, are you serious? You're giving me $50 for us to get by on this month? Is this some kind of sick joke?
My bad, babe. I went a little too crazy on the card last month. It's all I could afford to give you.
What do you expect me to do with $50? We'll never be able to get by on this little.
Chill, it's fine. I see stuff on TV and YouTube about people who get by on $50 all the time.
Yeah, because those people don't have to pay rent. Not only that, but we have the utilities and both our phone contracts to think about too. There's absolutely no way I'm gonna be able to make things work for $50 for an entire month. It's impossible. Are you insane?
Don't say it's impossible to get by on 50. It's your damn job. Surely you still have some savings left from when you were single. Supplement things with that for a little while, and quit your whining. You'll make it work if you try.
Impossible.
Didn't I just tell you not to say that?
Fine. I'll stop sending your parents money.
Huh? You send my parents money? Don't make me laugh. How the heck would a stay-at-home housewife like you be able to afford to send my mom and dad money?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the savings from back when I was single you just mentioned 5 seconds ago?
Wait, what? Have you actually been sending my parents money?
Your mom and dad know where we live, Craig.
What? Why? I told you not to tell anyone.
Apparently your mom went into even more debt to investigate it.
Holy mother of God.
6 months ago, she threatened to show up here and cause a huge scene if I didn't start sending her money payments. I knew what crazy lengths she went to extort you before, so I just kept my mouth shut and paid her, afraid of what she might do.
Why didn't you tell me about any of this?
Because she told me she'd come straight away if she found out I did. She told me it would be only for 3 months at first.
Let me guess. It wasn't, was it?
No, but I have no reason to carry on protecting you anymore. I'm going to run out of money completely soon, so this ends here.
No, just wait a sec, Izzy.
I'm not waiting. You've been out spending like you're a member of the global elite, despite the fact that I'm stuck here at home forced to get by on next to nothing, and I'm sick of it. This ends here. I have no reason to carry on protecting someone like you.
But what the hell am I supposed to do if my mom and dad show up? God, escaping from them the first time around was hard enough.
Not my problem. I want a divorce. I'm leaving.
Hey, Izzy. Where are you right now? Won't you please come home, baby? I'll apologize for what I did, I swear.
Didn't you get a call from my lawyer? I'll meet you on the days he's scheduled for a discussion.
No, I don't want to discuss divorce, please.
Whether you want it or not makes no difference because I do.
I mean it, babe. I'll apologize for letting our living allowance get so low if you just come back for a little while. Won't you just think this through again one last time? You're making a major life decision here. Please, you have to help me. My mom and dad showed up at the house out of the blue last week. They let themselves in because I forgot to lock the door, and now they're sat on the sofa refusing to leave.
Yeah, I thought they might do as much, but like I said before, not my problem. My mind is already set on the divorce.
Every day is a living hell for me. They keep dragging me to the casino in the next town, threatening never to leave the house if I don't give them gambling money. They force me to take them out to eat at fancy restaurants. They buy whatever the hell they damn please at the supermarket. I can't take this anymore. They even took some money from my wallet while I wasn't looking. I won't be able to get by anymore if they keep this up much longer.
Why not try tightening your belt and being a little more economical then?
This isn't the kind of thing that improves by being a little more economical. They're already trying to force me to go into debt to cover their insane spending, because most of the loan companies won't even speak to them anymore. This is out of control.
This is rich coming from you. The fact you have the nerve to complain about this after giving me $50 to run a household on for an entire month tells me everything I need to know about who you really are.
Yeah, about that. Listen, babe. I'm sorry. I just had so much faith in you. I thought you'd make it work somehow. You're so clever, babe, I figured you'd be able to pull some sort of trick out of your sleeve.
You forced me to get by on peanuts, and now you expect me to help you in your time of need? What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm so sorry.
I don't need your apologies. All I need from you is a divorce and compensation.
Huh? Wait, what? Compensation? Compensation?
For the affair.
Affair? What are you talking about?
Do you seriously think I don't know? Did you think I wouldn't find it suspicious when you suddenly started spending like a guy on twice your salary and reducing the money you were giving me for the household? Not only that, but you sure did start taking good care of your appearance, huh? Not to mention, constantly being cold and disrespectful towards me.
I don't remember being cold towards you at all. Do you have any proof for these wild claims? An affair? Give me a break.
Do you really think I'd be making them up if I didn't? I've been digging around ever since I noticed you were acting weird. Your business trip to Seattle recently, that was actually a lover's vacation, wasn't it? I know everything, Craig. I have plenty of photos of you guys going around in the car together too. So how about you stop wasting both of our time and come clean?
Oh man, Izzy, I'm so sorry. I was never serious about her. You have to believe me. She was just kind of my way of taking a breather. Yeah, that's it.
Your way of taking a breather is having an affair? Incredible. The idea that you cheat on me as a relaxation method somehow makes me feel even worse.
Come on, babe, please. I told you. I wasn't serious about her. Not even for 1 second. It was just a meaningless bit of fun.
Whether you were serious about her or not, cheating is cheating.
Izzy, please, you've got no idea how happy I've been since me and you got married. You're the light of my life. I owe you so much. Finally being able to escape from my toxic parents and achieve the happiness of being with a loving wife. I owe it all to you, baby. You're my rock. You've been there to support me this whole time. I'd be lost without you.
Is this going somewhere?
Please don't divorce me. I'll break up with her. I swear on my life, it's already decided. We'll never see each other again. I promise you this is the end of things between us.
Why would you go and break up with your lover? Me and you are definitely getting a divorce and there's nothing you can do to change that. So why end things with her too? You wouldn't want to be completely alone, would you?
What? Why? How can you do this to me when I love you so much? Why won't you understand me?
Excuse me? You reduced my living cost allowance to the level of a teenager's pocket money? If that wasn't bad enough, you gave me crap for having to economize on your lunchbox ingredients as a result of your tight waiting, all while having it away with some floozy behind my back. Is that your idea of love? You're crazy. I'd have to be the world's biggest moron to stay married to a low-life sack of cow dung like you.
Please, baby, like I said, I'll never do anything like this again.
I simply don't believe you. I worked so hard for you, Craig, but I know it was all meaningless now. You're more than happy to insult your mom and dad. But what you did to me is no better than the way they treat you. I guess it really is like they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Don't lump me in with those guys. They think they're fully within their rights to steal everything I own just because I'm their son.
You mean like you thought you were fully within your rights to treat me however you wanted because I'm your wife? You're just as bad as them. You thought you could force me to do anything, didn't you? This is your job as my wife. This is your job as a stay-at-home housewife. Blah, blah, blah. I was left to eat nothing but leftovers every day while you lived up large with Lover Girl? I haven't eaten properly in months.
I really am sorry about that.
Even the paltry amount of savings I had left over from before we met. I couldn't even keep that because I ended up letting your deranged mother blackmail me. Why do you think I did that, Craig? To protect you. But I know what a fool I've been now. I'll never let you betray me like this again.
I won't, I swear. I'll do whatever you say from now on. No questions asked.
All right, so agree to divorce then. And pay me every last cent of the compensation I ask for if you genuinely are sorry. That shouldn't be too hard, should it?
But I don't want to divorce. How am I supposed to get by without you by my side? Did you forget that my mom and dad are here?
So you need me around to help you fix your problems? That's what you're saying, right? You haven't changed one bit. You can't handle them by yourself, so you're trying to use me as your human shield against them?
You just don't get it, Izzy. Please forgive me. I'll deal with my parents. You don't have to worry about them. I'm begging you. I don't even know if I'll be able to afford this month's rent at this rate.
You're going to break up with your lover, aren't you?
Of course I am.
Great. That means you'll have lots more free time then. Why don't you use it to try and come up with a way to dig yourself out of the mess you made? You see stuff on TV and YouTube who get on by $50 a month all the time, right? You can do it, Craig. Just tighten your belt and start economizing. Why don't ya? Craig, being as stubborn and petulant as ever, wouldn't agree to the divorce, so I was forced to take him to divorce court to have it arbitrated on. Naturally, having mountains of evidence on him cheating on me, he didn't have a leg to stand on. It took some time, but 6 months after the events of today's saga, the divorce officially went through and I became a free woman. I got a one-off compensation payment from his lover at the time of the divorce, and even today, I still get monthly installments from Craig. I wasn't so keen on the idea of installments because I wanted to erase him from my memory, but he really didn't have any money, so I had no choice but to compromise. Thankfully, he signed under the condition that if he ever missed a payment, his assets would be seized and sold to make sure I get my money. To add insult to injury, the fact that his lover was one of his co-workers meant that rumors of his scumbaggery spread like wildfire around the workplace after the divorce. For my husband, who cares clearly what others think of him, it must be a pretty hard environment to work in. Sadly for him, if he doesn't work, he'll no longer be able to provide for his deranged parents or keep on top of my compensation payments, which means there's no way he can afford to quit. His parents are up to their ears in debt due to their absurdly wasteful spending and gambling habits, so something tells me they'll continue to exploit him from here on out. That said, I don't have even an ounce of sympathy for him. He only has himself to blame for his desperate situation, and I hope the pain of regret torments his every last waking moment. Maybe he can use it to reflect on his behavior and become a better person. As for me, I spent some much-needed recuperation time at my parents' place before finding myself a job. Thinking back on it now, I know my ex-husband never deserved my love or support, but at the time, my feelings I still had for him were clouding my judgment, and I didn't have the courage needed to divorce him when I should have. But now I feel nothing but gratitude for the fact that he's no longer in my life. No matter how much you love someone, it's always possible for them to change. It's still pretty painful for me to remember that period of my life, but I'm gonna look to the future and let time work its magic in healing my wounds. It's time for me to find the happiness I know I deserve.
Olivia, it's already 9 p.m. Why are you still not at home? What's going on?
Sorry, I'll be stopping at my folks' house tonight, sweetie.
Again? You've been sleeping away from the house an awful lot lately.
Sure, I might not have been home much, but it's not like I'm up to anything crazy. It's just my folks' house, babe. Jeez. What's the problem with that? I already promised them I'd rustle 'em up something for breakfast for tomorrow, so I can hardly go canceling on them now. Imagine how upset they'd be. My folks have done so much for me. It's about time I repaid the favor, you know?
I guess it's important to show your mom and dad you appreciate them every now and again.
Right? Why don't you ever go see your folks, Harry?
They'd only treat me like I was in the way if I did.
I'm sure they wouldn't complain if you gave them a hand with the housework.
Forget my mom and dad's place. I have enough on my plate keeping on top of the housework at our house. Olivia, you went out without washing the dishes after last night's dinner, didn't you?
Oopsie. Did I? My bad, sweetie. I was planning on doing 'em, but it totally slipped my mind. Teehee. I'm so silly sometimes.
I do housework myself too, and it's not like I'm some Stone Age knuckle dragger who thinks only women should do housework, so not angry or anything. But haven't you been slacking off a little too much lately? I don't ask you to do much, but it feels like you haven't been helping out at all.
Really? I did vacuum the corner of the living room the other day. Plus, I even did the laundry yesterday.
You vacuumed the other day. That was 2 months ago. And if you did the laundry yesterday, how come your clothes are scattered all over the floor in the living room? You haven't been walking Spike at all either. His kennel and dog bowl are filthy. I feel like I'm doing literally everything by myself here.
That's hardly my fault. That dog always did like you more than me.
What does that have to do with anything? He was your dog in the first place. Don't get me wrong, I love animals, so it's not like I'm complaining. But I do wish you'd give him a little more attention instead of leaving everything to me.
Stop being so horrible. It's so not fair how I had him for 2 years before we even met. But the moment you walk into our lives, you suddenly become his favorite person in the whole world, and I never get a look in. I didn't think dogs played favorites. I feel betrayed.
He's not stupid. He probably noticed you barely pay him any attention anymore. So, it's not hard to believe he wouldn't be that enthusiastic about you, given how you are with him now. You act like he doesn't exist.
No, it's more likely 'cause you're a guy like him. I knew I should have bought a cat instead. I bet a cat wouldn't suddenly switch sides on me like this.